Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. Now, they're going to try and tempt you with a sum of money on the table today.
350, 400. You're not smiling yet.
No. If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say to you, reject that offer. Live dangerously, have a gamble, go to auction. Hopefully, we will get you a little bit more money there.
£1,450.
Today, the show comes to you from Congleton in Cheshire. There's a great crowd of people. They've turned up earlier this morning. They brought along their treasures. They're determined to do business. They either want to walk away with cash in their pocket or gamble at auction. But either way, you know what they want. They want the real deal.
Seller Cornelius has sat down at Henry Nichol's table. And he's got big ambitions for this pair of old ship lamps.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're worth, but I'd quite like to get a couple £100 for them.
Let's haul anchor and get this deal on its way.
Lovely pair of ship's lamps you brought in.
Yeah.
What's the history?
Well, I'm a landscape gardener, and I was clearing this garden out. It was in this greenhouse, and the lady said, you can have them with the price, you know. So I said, fair enough.
Free gift?
Free gift.
Were they in this condition, or have you cleaned them up?
Well, there was a bit dull. Well, my girlfriend's granddad gave them a bit of a polish.
Your girlfriend's grandfather has done a really good job.
Oh, that's how
Yeah, no, because he's not overdone it.
Yeah,
so many people overdo the cleaning and polishing. And what he's done is he's polished them enough, but left some of this lovely patination in there just to give them that sort of sense of age, really.
Yeah.
They're both starboard lamps, made of copper, with brass handles at the top, brass fittings to them. As with anything in brass and copper, people don't like cleaning it.
Right, yeah.
So therefore, you know, prices have come down a little bit, but these are good in that they're a good size, they're not too big, and I like them, basically. I do like them. So I've got to get some money out, see if I can prize them away from you. 20, 40, 60, 80 pounds. That was a very... Oh, no.
A bit less, that is, what?
A bit less than you
I think
want.
a bit more than that.
I think we need to ask David's advice.
Well, the 1940s, the 1950s, they've been in a pub or they've been somewhere in a house, in a cottage for decoration, they're lit up. They seem to be in very nice original order. Independent valuers and auctioneers seem to rate them round about 80 to 120. I think that's about where they are. They're not as popular as they used to be. At one time, brass and copper, people wanted to clean it. Now they don't want to know. So I'm going to leave you with Henry. You're close. It's up to you. The money or auction.
Well,
Come on, give me a good offer now.
I've given you a good offer, £80. That's £80 more than I was going to offer originally. Right, I'm gonna go £100, and that's my lot. So £100 on the table for you, young man. It's a gamble. It's a gamble for both of us. If you get two people in the sale room on the same day that want them, they could double that. But then again, equally, you might not even get a bid. So come on, Cornelius, £100 on the table. Have we got a deal?
Yeah, there's a deal there.
Smashing. Thanks very much indeed.
It's okay.
Thank you.
It was a bit tight with his money. But other than that, he's okay.
You know, I gave a little bit more than I really wanted to, but, you know, they're a good look. So I live by the sea, got a shop by the sea, fabulous.
We'll find out if Henry can make himself a profit later. Across the den, two glamorous ladies. Cheryl Hakeney, meet Peggy.
Now, what's in the box?
Well, there's
Shall we have a look?
a couple of serving spoons that I've had for
wow.
quite a long time. They were given to me by a gentleman about 35 years ago. His elderly mother had passed away. He didn't want them. Thought I would use them, and I have. Used them an awful lot.
Really?
And you're going to be horrified by this. I've been using them to serve main course vegetables. But I'm finding that I don't use them at all now because people don't go for the formal atmosphere as they did before.
That's right. You said that you used them. Well, I don't think that's a bad thing. This is what they were for, not particularly for vegetables. As you can see on here, you've got berries,
Yes.
fruits and
Yeah,
berries.
they're fruit spoons,
and they were berry spoons for serving an array of berries. But these are beautiful. I mean, I've seen lots and lots of berry spoons, but this silver gilt and the work on them, they are fantastic. And if I just take one out, we've got a London silver mark and a year letter for 1876. So I'll get the cash out and you decide what you'd like to do. So, 50, 100, 150 pounds.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, no.
Okay. How about 200 pounds?
Not really, no.
£100 a spoon?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
How about £250?
£250 is not really.
Not really. Because I like them. £300.
I wouldn't sell them for 300.
Okay, am I a long way away?
I'm not going to tell you that, am I? I'm going to say that.
320. I am running out of cash now. 340, Peggy.
Oh, I think that's still a no.
Still a no.
Now, Peggy, it's silver gilt, gold over silver. It's palatial. If we were living in Buckingham Palace and we were having our fruit sundaes, we'd be doling it out with those, Mom. And I'm sure the Queen in her collection would have plenty of Elkington. These people are important of the 19th century, and I think they're worth £300 to £500. I can tell you the independent valuers and the auctioneer, they see them at £250 to £350. Now, if it goes to auction, it might make 3, it might make a bit more. I believe it's worth more. Now, I can't guarantee it will make more to you, but I think it might be worth a try.
What if I put 360, 370?
Okay. Is that your final offer on the table?
370 is my final offer,
Okay.
David.
370 is probably the equivalent of £450 in the sale room. So reluctantly, I have to say, I think that's the best offer on the table. Great lot, good price, but they are fabulous.
Good advice from David as always, Peggy, but it's your decision.
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
I think we have a deal.
Have a deal.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. They'd only go back in the drawer, I bet,
That's
if you took
exactly
them home.
what they would do for half the night.
Shake hands quickly. Thank you, I'm delighted. They are gorgeous and so are you.
I enjoyed dealing with Cheryl, and I think she's going to take them and look after them. I think she'll do something. They've gone to a good home.
That deal was shaky. I didn't think that they were going to come home with me, and I'm really pleased. They're fabulous spoons.
So everyone's a winner on that deal. Back in the den, Benita's brought Mark Stevens a real deal regular.
A nice, clean, small piece of Moorcroft, good condition. I wouldn't mind buying this.
Meet her expectations and you just might.
Yeah, I've seen Mark on the TV and I think I'll get a nice price out of him. 60 to 80, be nice.
Let's see how it goes.
Hi, Benita.
Hi, Mark.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Lovely name.
Thank you very much.
You bought me in a very nice piece of Moorcroft here.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it?
I believe it's 1930s, 1940s.
That's correct,
it's, the Frisia pattern. And it was made by Walter Warcraft.
Okay, so you've done a little bit of research on it?
Yeah.
Good. Is it something that you've purchased or has it been handed down to you from a member of the family?
It's something I purchased.
You purchased
Yes.
yeah? A while ago?
Quite recently, actually.
So where did you actually buy it?
Car boot.
Car boot?
Yeah.
Come on, how much?
I'm not saying.
Don't spoil my fun.
I'm not saying.
You've certainly got a very good eye, I must say that.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, I'm just going to turn it over and look. There we have the very strong Warcraft blue mark.
Yep.
And looking round it, I can't see no restoration.
No.
I think it's original, there's no cracks in it, but as far as I can see, it's perfect. Right. Really, it's about the money going on the table, isn't it?
Well, that'd be nice.
Oh, dear. Oh, right. OK, let's see what we got. 20. I haven't finished yet. You're shaking your head.
Good.
40.
No.
Yes.
No.
£60.
I'd like a little bit more.
I think, in my opinion, this is worth £60 to £80. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct, but that's my opinion.
Just a little bit more then?
Tell what I do. £65.
Is that your best offer?
I think it's going to be my best offer because I've got to find somebody to buy it, and I really only think, in my opinion, think it's worth £80. How does it sound to you?
I think we've got a deal. We certainly
Fantastic.
can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now you've got to tell me, how much did you pay for this wonderful item?
50p.
50 pence.
50 pence.
Next boot sale there, you phone me up, I'm coming with you. 50p, I'm definitely there.
OK.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really happy. I've got the £64.50 profit, so I'm really happy I'm going away with the real deal.
She got the real deal. Now I've got to work to get the small profit.
Our hearts bleed for you, Mark, but well done, Bonita. That's how to make a big profit. Coming up, Jan puts her money on the table, but David's not impressed.
As nice as our dealer is, Jan, 170 quid is no money.
Oh dear, will Jan stump up more cash? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Congleton in Cheshire.
Behind the scenes, we have a team of experts. They check and inspect every single item before it's placed in front of our dealers, and it's their independent valuation that you see coming up on your screen.
Over at Jan Keen's table, Barbara's in a confident mood.
I think Jan is really going to like my silver dish. I think she's going to really have to put quite a lot of money down for it.
I think she wants to do a deal here and now rather than taking it to auction. That's the gut feeling I get.
Well, Jan thinks she's going to have an easy deal here. Let's see what happens.
Would you like to tell me a little about this basket that you brought in today?
Well, the basket belonged to my father. And my father came from Austria and he bought it in 1938 when he came to England.
But it was bought in Austria?
Yes.
Right. I can see if we turn it over, it's Österreicher Wein, which obviously means it is Austrian, German or Austrian. And it's very pretty, and the handle is upright. It's a lovely shape, and I like it because it's got all this little, very delicate beading, which just highlights all the shape of it going all the way round. So it is, in fact, a very pretty piece. Any ideas what you're looking for this?
Yes. Yes.
So I need to put some money down on the table and see if I can buy this from you.
All right.
So let's put down 50, 100.
No, not yet.
Not there yet?
No.
So if we put down 120, £140. Is that getting a little bit closer?
A little bit.
If I'm going to round it off, I'll take the two 20s away. And I'll put down another 50 to make it 150. How does that grab you, Barbara?
Not enough.
I'll put another 20 in, and I'll make it 170. Is that going to bring a smile to your face?
Just before you commit yourself to say what you think, let me just say this. That is quality. I'm going to say, as nice as our dealer is, Jan, 170 quid is no money for something as superb as that. Now, there are two estimates here, 150, 180, which I think is a crime. And there is 200 to 300. I'm going to say, surely there could be someone in an auction room, a private buyer, that casts their eye on that and says, what a beautiful basket, and I'll buy that. I'm going to say, unless there's a lot more money, give it a go, have a gamble.
Well, I've heard what Dave has got to say, and I'm going to take the 20 away. And without further ado, I'm going to put down 220 pounds, Barbara. What do you think about that?
Not enough.
Still not enough?
Not enough.
Right, Barbara, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the 20 away. I'm going to put down another 50. That's another 50 to make 250. Then I go 270, 290, 300. And I have to say, Barbara, at this point, I think I'm all spent out. And I don't think I'd like to put down any more money. And I think it either sells for 300 or you go to auction.
No, I'll do a deal.
You're just happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Well, thank you very much. We have a handshake. Thank you. I do think, actually, I've given the top whack price for the silver basket. I think I've been extremely generous.
I think it went quite well. I got quite a lot more money than I expected, really. So I'm going home quite happy.
It just will leave me a very small profit, but I've got every confidence I'll sell the basket.
Confident as ever, Jan. We'll find out if you can turn a profit a little later. Over on Mark Stevens' table, a miniature village of Goth collectibles has sprung up. Seller Stephen knows what he wants for it all.
I have been offered £250 by a dealer on the internet. I'd be happy with about £180.
Will Mark offer Stephen enough to be the new landlord?
Well, you've brought in a collection here of cottages.
Yes.
What can you tell me about them?
Well, there's 9 cottages here. 8 of them are Goths, and they were my father's, who has since died. And on clearing out his house, we found these tucked away in the corner. I have actually tried to sell them, and I've actually been offered something by a dealer, which I turned down. I've since found out that these were probably peaked in value at about 15 years ago.
Right, okay. And was your valuation by a specialist Goth dealer?
It was, yes.
Okay, right. I mean, looking at these here, we have a little bit of damage on this one here, which I believe is a chimney missing.
It is, yes.
Yeah, which is a shame. And the far one, the old curiosity shop, that isn't Goth.
No, that's not a Goth, no.
Do we know the factory for that one?
There is a maker's name on the back of it. H.Y. Jones and Company.
Right, okay. And each one, correct me if I'm wrong, because you will probably know more than me, that certain cottages from certain places are worth more money than others.
They are, certainly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it kind of ties into the knowledge that I have on them.
Yeah.
As for pricing them, I have not had the chance to do any research whatsoever.
No, I appreciate that.
So I'm just going to probably make you an offer for the group.
Yes.
Assumed on that. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
No, sorry.
No, I can understand that. I would like to get David in, because I think I'm a little bit out of my depth here, and I know he will give us the right advice. Is that okay with you?
Fine, yes.
So here's David now.
Well, I've just gone back to the podium where the independent valuers are, and the estimation is 150 to 2, but a few years ago, some of these could have brought 150 on their own. And so, when I look what's on the table, 20, 40, 60, £100 on the table, I'm going to suggest you go to the sale room, look for a private buyer, and hopefully we may get that little bit more value for money.
I think that was absolutely spot on advice. I couldn't agree more with what David said. and I do genuinely feel you will find people that will want to buy these at the auction, and they will have the time to do the research to give you the right price for them.
Okay.
So, although the 100's on the table, I would recommend also that you go to the sale, but having said that, you can still accept the offer. Whatever you'd like to do, Steve.
I'll take a gamble.
I think you're doing, yeah, I think you're doing totally the right thing, and I wish you the very best of luck. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Everyone thinks the housing market has slumped. But can these cottagers buck the trend over in the sale room?
I've got Melanie here with me. Now, you won't recognise Melanie because on the dealer's day, it was your dad, Stephen, that came along.
Yes.
He brought along a selection of Pottery Cottages. They're here in the sale room. The estimation is 150 to 200 and the reserve is 150 quid, which is about in line with what he was hoping to get.
Yeah.
The question is, will they make 150 quid? Well, I'm hoping they do because they were probably worth a bit more than 100 quid. Okay, here they are now.
158 is the group of Goth Cottages there. Loads of inquiries on these over the internet. I'll take 180. 180's online. It's 180 internet. 190 online. At £200 there. At 210. At £210. At 210, 220, still going.
220.
At 220.
Still like it.
Away 230, 230 still going. 240, 240 still going. 250 still going. At 250. Any more now? 260. At
260.
At
Reserve was
260.
150.
Any advance now?
They're already at 260.
60, the hammer's up. 70. 270, 80. 280 online. 280. Any advance? 90. 290 now. At 290. At 290 then. 300. At £300 now. At 300. Any advance on 20? 320 now.
320.
320. At 320, hammers up again. At 320, the final chance to bid. It's 320. I like it.
£320.
Wow.
We have a little bit of commission to take away. I make that just over £270. £272
Nearly
coming
double
back.
to what you thought then.
So, obviously, Dad's going to be happy.
Yes.
On the day, it's taken us a little bit by surprise. £150 to £200 was the estimation, with a reserve of £150. It's just shot up in the room. Real deal, 320. Take home, £272.
We might share it with the grandkids. You never know.
You never know, but you live and learn.
After the break, it's all gone a bit Dad's army in the dealer's den.
The actual shape of the two bayonets to maximise the damage that you'd do if you were to stab someone with it.
Because they don't like it up them.
No, absolutely, that's how you say.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Congleton in Cheshire, where Mike's hoping to cut himself a great deal with Henry.
Yeah, I bought 2 bayonets today. I'm hoping to sell them for roughly £100 or perhaps a bit more.
On guard, Henry.
Well, a pair of bayonets.
Yes, a pair of bayonets I brought in today.
What's the history?
Well, the bayonets, there's a French one and an English one.
Yep.
And I've been collecting militaria for quite a long time.
Right.
And I've amassed quite a few. And being as the show was in town, I thought I'd bring a couple down.
Fantastic.
See what they were.
Indeed. We'll take the French one first, okay? What we've got here is, if you turn it just over there, we've got the French foundry marks, okay, which is where it would have been made. That's the maker's identity, if you like. And then looking at the front there, we've got the number of the bayonet there, which probably would have, I would imagine...
Serial number.
Yeah, the serial number, which would have coincided with the soldier who actually owned it at the time.
Yeah.
And from the style of it, it's what they call a chasse-pot. This is an English bayonet. We've got Victoria's mark just there, okay, which is the foundry mark, which then tells us it is English.
Yeah.
And the idea of these grooves that we've got here in the bayonets is for letting out the blood easier.
That's right.
And the actual curvature, the shape of the two bayonets,
Yeah.
that's to maximise the damage that you'd do if you were to stab someone with it.
Because they don't like it up them.
No, absolutely, that's how you say. They are quite nice. They're 19th century. You can see that down here on the end of the blades we've got a lot of pitting, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
And again, that does kind of affect the value. Collectors like them to be in pristine condition, which is why I suspect you're actually getting rid of them, because they're not as good as perhaps others in your collection. Am I right?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. Well, I think I need to get some money out and see if I can tempt these away from you.
I'm sure you will.
Well, we'll see. We can try. We can try. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 80, £90. How's that sound?
It's getting there, but I was looking...
Here's David.
How does that sit with your expectation? 90 quid for your 2 prized bayonets.
I feel they're worth a bit more.
Okay. Let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. They say 70 to 100, 80 to 100. So somewhere within that 70 to 100 range, I would have to say, even though I know you personally value these, I think the £90 offer with no commission to pay, I think is a sound offer. These are not the easiest things to sell. If I send you to the sale room, can I get you much over 100 and then take away the commission? I think on the day, 90 is fair, but it's your choice. And if you wish to gamble and go to auction, I'll be happy to take you there.
Fantastic. Thanks, David. So I've got £90 on the table, which I think is a good offer, but you're saying you want more?
Yeah, I do need just over the 100.
Just over the 100?
Yeah. I've got a figure in my head. We're nearly there.
Nearly there.
Yeah.
I've got a figure in my head and it's already exceeded that
Yes,
by
I'm
far.
sure.
Okay, let me take the 10 away.
Yeah.
And let's go to 100. And you said a little bit over. We'll go to 105, and I think that's more than fair.
I'll be happy with 110.
Oh, you're a hard man. Should we have a sword fight over it? I think you probably win, actually.
I don't think so.
Okay, Mike, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take that 5 out. £110. Have we got a deal?
We have.
Splendid. Thanks very much indeed for coming in. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Well done, Mike. Great deal haggled and not a single drop of blood spilled. Just how we like it. Back in the den, 2 shiny objects have appeared on Jan's table, but she's not sure what they are.
I'm completely in the dark about my next items. I've never seen anything quite like them.
Whatever they are, Peter's ready to let them go. Aren't you?
Now they're here, I just don't know if I should sell them or not now we're looking at them. But I would sell for the right price. Yeah. But I'm not sure what that is, yeah.
So, everyone's clear then.
Well, would you like to tell me about these pieces you brought along today?
Yes, these glass sculptures I purchased at auction about 3 years ago. I don't know much about them, but I just liked them, basically.
Well, I think decorative-wise, they're quite delightful. I think for a start, the colours are just gorgeous on both of them, because you've got so many variations within the one piece.
Yeah.
And you've got so many details here, particularly on this one with the lily pads and the ducks, and I mean, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, engraved underneath with the name Tito, which I understand is from the Far East, Singapore or Taiwanese, quite contemporary. And they were made in one piece, so we shouldn't be able to see a seam. I think they're an absolute sort of curiosity. I've never really seen anything quite like them. No. I'm going to put some money down and see where we go, but I'm going to have a stab in the dark here. And if I put £50 down for the 2, what do you think about that? Of course, not knowing at all what you've paid for these.
I can't take 50 now. Maybe each.
I think what I will do is put down another 20. It's not taking much of a chance, I know, because that's £35 a piece. I'm bound to get 50, but I've then got the dilemma of where do I sell them to get the £50?
Can't we squeeze...
It's tricky.
Another 5 on each?
I'll tell you what I'll do, Peter, so we'll split it. You want 10, I want to put 5 down and call it 75. 35 a piece, just over, 37.50 a piece.
37.50, yeah.
And are you happy to let them go, and you're happy with that?
Yes, I'll accept the deal, yes.
Can we have a handshake?
Yes, of
And I've
course.
got myself 2 vases.
Very nice
Well,
ones.
not quite vases, one vase and
Yes,
one
sculpture.
sculpture.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So I'm now the proud owner of 2 pieces of glass. Somebody should get a light behind each of them. They'll look absolutely wonderful.
Well, you can't sell them in the dark, Jan. Coming up. Cheryl's laying down big money for a girl's best friend.
£500.
No.
No.
But how much will turn a no into a yes?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
We've seen some great items here today, but we've definitely saved the best till last with Julie's sparkly jewellery.
I'm quite excited about it. I am looking for about 4 figures because they are good quality items.
But will Cheryl splash that kind of cash?
I do like to try and buy a diamond ring. I don't like them to slip through my fingers. Julie, hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now you've brought a nice collection of diamond rings.
I have, yeah.
How did you come to own these?
They're actually my mother-in-law's. We found them in her house. She recently passed away and we've been clearing the house and we've come across them. Apart from that one, which we think was her engagement ring, we don't know where the others have come from. So they're her mother's. We're just not sure.
Gosh, that's quite a find.
Yes, it is.
And what's made you think about maybe selling them today?
We don't have any daughters that we can pass them down to. And my husband, because he didn't know his grandma and all the rest of it, he's sort of not got any sentimental
Not really
attachment.
sentimental. Okay, so we've got 4 rings. This one here, tiny diamonds and sapphires.
Yeah.
Another one here. There we go. That's I like the shape of that one. I
It
quite
is
like
very
the square.
pretty, yeah.
Very Edwardian looking
Yes.
with a little filigree mount. And a nice 3 stone there. Quite small diamonds, but you know, a little bit of life in them, sparkling away. And then very pretty, typical engagement ring,
Yes.
as you said.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got an idea what you'd like for them.
Yes.
I like to buy diamonds, so I'm going to put some money down.
Okay.
And see if I can tempt you. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400. You're not smiling yet.
No.
450, £500.
No.
No. Keep going.
Definitely keep going, yes.
550, 600.
No, you're still a way off.
Okay. 650.
No.
700.
I still think they're worth more than that.
Okay. 750.
I think a few more.
They're losing their sparkle a bit for me now. Put another one down, make it £800. So there's £800 in cash that you could take now. What do you think, Julie? David, £800 on the table.
Well, it sounds wonderful, £800, but we have 4 individual rings there. They're quality, they're interesting. We have a solitaire. I rather like the diamond and sapphire there. The independent valuers and the auctioneer, they're in unison, £800 to £1,200.
Yep.
I think at £800, we don't have enough money to sway it. I would like to see probably a couple of hundred more.
Yeah.
More money or worth a gamble, but be aware, if it doesn't happen at the sale room, no crying on David's shoulder.
Well, you've heard what David said.
I have.
There's £800 on the table. I'm going to offer you £850, Julie, and that's what I think they're worth.
If you put one more down, then we'll have a deal.
I'm not going to put one more. That's what they're worth to me. I think 850 is a fair bid. It leaves me a small profit. I've got 4 to sell. 4 times the work selling them, but I think 850 is fair. That's where I'm going to stay. What would you like to do?
OK, you can have a deal.
We've got a deal.
Yes.
So there's £850 for the pot.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
And you.
Thank you.
Well, Julie, you didn't get your 4 figures, but are you happy?
Deal was fantastic. Really pleased with it. I pushed as far as I could go, and Cheryl's happy with them, so that's fine. We're all happy.
I've given top money and she's got the real deal.
Indeed she has. But can our dealers match Julie's success? Mark couldn't equal car boot buyer Bonita's profit on that Warcraft pin tray.
I'm really happy. I've got the £64.50 profit.
Because he has yet to sell it. Jan's done better. Remember the glassware?
Where on earth I'm going to sell them, I've no idea. They certainly can't go to an antique fair.
Well, she found a buyer somewhere and made herself a tidy sum. But the silver basket did go to an antiques fair and Jan came home with a small profit. Henry made some cash on his buys too, first cutting a small profit on the bayonets. And a larger one on the ship's lamps. That just leaves Cheryl. She started well with the fruit spoons, flogging them for £380. But the biggest investment of the day turned out to be the biggest loss. She overspent on those 4 diamond rings. Oh dear. Keep smiling, Cheryl. Tomorrow's another day.
We've had a great day here in Cheshire. There's been a great crowd, lots of buying, lots of selling, lots of excitement. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.